first and 10 for Dalton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 24. Check 24. Here you go. 368. Mike 5-4.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's got Green. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Here you go. 368. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Here you go. Cam. 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Hey, let's go.
Dalton now to pass. Green brings it in. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
24. Here you go. 54, right there. 54.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready up. Mike 57. Mike 57. 80 weapons. No. Off. Stick.
Here's Hill now after the interception. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Ready.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come over.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football, as they've got it with a second down coming up. To try again after the sack. Dalton, and that's complete. It's Green here. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Dalton here from the gun. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Andy Dalton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 54 is much. Here you go. 368. 54.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. After the sack on first down, Dalton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
56 is much, boys. 56. Here you go. Check. Watch twist. Heavy.
So Dalton now. Got his man. It's Eifert. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
368. Hey, high 7. Mike 5-4. Better bring it. Hey, go 368.
Play action here with Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, 30 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
Keep on coming, baby. Keep coming.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the foot. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44. 44. There you go.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
44. There you go. 54. Watch this. All day, defense, all day. Hey, team 6.
Play action now. Dalton. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
General West. 56, Mike, 56. Here you go, can. Check 368. 5.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've hit halftime in an entertaining first half. 8-6 is our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw is Hill. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. First throw now for the backup Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
368!
At the 38-yard line.
368!
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
And the Bengals first down.
Let's go! Let's do it!
End of the third quarter of play.
Hands up!
With the score 6-12.
Let's go! 368! Watch the twist! Heavy! Shoot! Watch the shoot! Hands up!
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
They go 368!
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield here, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Hey. Pilot, 64, weak. Don't get nervous. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. 2 by 2. Move.
On first down, Nixon. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run plays like that, those big D tackles love them. That's when they eat.
Especially when they're the defensive tackles that we're watching right now that dictate things on the line of scrimmage. They can't move them the way that they want to. They're just standing up, whipping the offensive linemen and making plays.
On third down, Nixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second and goal, Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon there to make the grab. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2.
Move. 2 by 2. Move.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Breeze finding Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. And an alley to run. Past the 20. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill. 47 yards as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. All right, here's Dalton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. He's back to throw. Finding Green complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Dalton wants to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Back to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready, 95-56, 95-56. Just heavy on the edges.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So this one, a victory.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go now. The 60 outlaw. Right. Ready.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This one fielded at the 5. Zone, Washington Redskins touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. From the gun, it's Haskins. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's Henry. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, exit. 5.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's going to be a long day. Switch. He's coming. We got double up.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Check her out. Check 26.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He got 29 yards that time. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Thompson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson. Third down here.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Third down, here's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Derrick Henry. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
Got it.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. On first down, Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. That'll bring up second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Play action. It's Tannehill. And finding Pruitt. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Michael Pruitt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Joseph now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
You can't block me. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch the safety grip.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So that one will be accepted.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go. Set, hut. Kick to Pittsburgh. Hey, eat. Let's kick to 6. Pull it, half. Go. Play. Zoom.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Open man here, Sims, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wide, get wide.
Now Haskins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Let's go. Travel. Shit. 54 is Mike. 54. Yeah. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm Hayward.
They go play action with Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 24. Let's go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You better be afraid of me. He's checking.
On third down, Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
On the ball. Rush in. Big grip.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, 45 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown. We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 59 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Here's Haskins out of the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Henry. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run for it with Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 71 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 6 man. Match box. Mike. Double up, double up. He's coming. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54 with Orwell. 54.
On play action, Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Complete. This is Lewis. And that one results in 35 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Get out the field, defense. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Joker.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
60 out more.
And it brings it 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Henry. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the